Hey guys, Scrappy Steffi, and I'm going to do a little project share. I want to show you all my Christmas cards. I had shown a few the other day that I had made out of vintage cards. I had found some vintage greeting cards, Christmas cards at a flea market, probably several flea markets actually. And I have repurposed them and made them into my own Christmas cards. So they're Christmas cards with a vintage feel. And then I also handmade an ornament I'm going to share with you all. We're having an ornament exchange at work, and instead of buying an ornament this year, I decided to make it. And what I did was I just took this wooden, it's just a very simple wooden piece that I picked up at Michael's, I think for $1. And then I used the Tim Holtz Christmas paper. There's the back. And then the same for the front. And then I kind of created some Christmas charms here. This is bells, which match the bells on here. And then there's a snowflake and there's a little pine cone. And then I just used some seam binding. So this is just going to go into the Christmas ornament exchange for work. I just decided, I went to the store and I looked, and I went to several stores and looked at ornaments, and they just are all so commercial. So I just decided to do something different that maybe somebody else didn't already have. So that is for the Christmas exchange for work. The ornament exchange. These are my cards. I'm going to try to stay on camera, and these are all vintage cards that I have repurposed and made into my own Christmas cards. So I'm just going to show you, this card is the part that I cut down. I added to some paper from Recollections, and then on the inside, I think I got this paper at Joann's. And a lot of times when possible, for my print, I used the actual paper from the card, just so it would keep kind of with the aged color. I'm not going to show you the inside on all of these, but this was the card. And then I added one of those Me and My Big Idea stickers, and just a little vellum cutout of a tree. It's stamped. This one I really like. This part was the card, and I added red glitter paper, and then I put it on just some kind of cream colored cardstock. This was a sticker that I put on this aged, just a piece of paper from the card so that it kind of matches the same. And then I fussy cut around the sticker and popped it up on Pop Dots. Then on the inside, I actually took the sentiment from the actual card. And this is a pre-cut card. This I actually did the front. The original card had this in the front, and then when you opened it, you saw this. So what I did was I put that on the back, and then I just stamped it on the inside. Some of these I was fortunate enough to have matching pre-made envelopes and cards. Some of them I will have to make the envelopes too. On this one, this was very simple. This was just the card, and all I did was cut it out and put it on some white cardstock and stamp in the middle. On this one, this outer paper is Recollections, and then I used some green cardstock, and then the inside is the card, and I put a little holly sticker down there to match the rest of the holly. And then on the inside, and this is one of these 12 by 12 piece of paper that I folded over, and I've just cut down to fit the card. And then this was the inside of the card. And then this was paper from the card that I put on here so I can write my message from. And on this one, this part was the card. And this was just cardstock that I found that just kind of fit. And then that was actually from the inside of the card. this was the card. This part right here was the card. I've just taken some, I think I got this cardstock at Hobby Lobby. So I've taken the card and I kind of inked just some distress ink around the edges, added some bordering. This is actually a stamp that I stamped. And I got that color. I wanted the color to kind of match, and I think I used two different colors. I used Mowed Lawn and I'm not going to say now. I can't remember. Two different colors to get that color green is what I used to stamp. And on the inside, I took from the inside of the actual card. On this one, I had that extra piece of gold 12 by 12 paper, so I used that for my envelope. This part right here was the card, and there's me and my son in the household, so this fit us. And then I had some kind of goldish thin paper that I put on the back for a border, and then I put it on cream cardstock, added the same gold to the back, and I just stamped on the inside. And then I made that envelope to go with it. And this was the card. I added that gold, kind of goldish paper to make the border. Put it on just blue cardstock. And then the next three cards were all the same, or they're not the same cards, but they were all the same idea. So I kind of basically did the same. I took a dark gray border, and then the first two I put on a light gray cardstock, and I just stamped on the inside. This one's got a sticker on the inside. So this part is the original card, and then the border, and then against the cardstock. And on this one, same, except instead of the gray, I used kind of a peachish color. And then I took a sticker that said Noel, and I put it on this same peachish color, and then I fussy cut around it and just popped it up on that. And then I've just got a sticker on the inside. On this one, this was the only part of the vintage card, is the foil. So what I did was I took some of this paper that I got at Tuesday Morning, and then this was another card that I got. I think I'd gotten it at Michael's. So basically I just cut down the inside to fit the foil, and then I added a couple of stickers there, and then I just got a sticker there on the inside. And then this is the actual original card, and it just so happened that I had some paper from Recollections that almost exactly matched the colors here, and they happened to say Noel. So that was kind of a stroke of luck there. And then I've just got Very Happy Merry Christmas on the inside. And then last but not least, this card actually opened up like this. And I was trying to figure out what could I do, because I kind of liked that. So what I did is I've just taken a black base, and then I think the paper is from Recollections, and then I did a kind of a border paper with just some red cardstock. So then I've put this card on here. I've added some Wink of Stella, you can see that or not, to make the stars shine a little bit. And then I've just added a couple of stickers there on the inside. So that is my project share. That I've done a few other cards, but they were not using the vintage. I just used, I'll show you a couple of examples. Hobby Lobby had these journal cards. They were big though, for Christmas a couple of years ago, and I still had some from a pack of mine that I had gotten. And so I made a few cards with this, and then just added some embellishments to it. I'll show you a couple that I've done. On this one, all I've added is the little rhinestone for the eye. And then this one, I've just added that bow. So I've done a few of those. But otherwise, my Christmas cards are done. And then I just have to make the envelopes, and I will be done. Every year I do different cards, and every year I, push it to the very limit time-wise to get done. So I'm actually quite happy that I'm just not quite into my second week of December and I've got them done. I just need to get my envelopes made and get them mailed out. So, all right, guys, I just wanted to share with you all, and I hope everyone is having a great weekend. And I will talk to you all in the next video. Thanks.